Hi LinkedIn members, this is Das. I am from the company Brands Revenue. I've been talking on topics for the last couple of weeks, and this is in regards to building the sales ecosystem. So in today's topic, I want to talk about importance of tariff in every business. Okay, so let us divide the businesses into two different industries, B2B and B2C. We see B2C predominantly mentioning tariffs in most of the businesses, but when it comes to B2B, there is almost 50% or even 60% of the companies are not mentioning tariffs as such, in public or even in the website, right? So this is a issue for the sales team to shorten the sales cycle, and that's why I chose to talk about this topic. I'm sure my seniors and my senior founders who have established their own businesses would agree and disagree, or agree to disagree on this particular point. However, I would like to justify the points and seek the approval or your suggestions, because you are definitely a senior founders and you have definitely achieved milestones. I can take examples of companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro. These are large enterprises who have been successful, although they have not mentioned their tariffs in the website. Okay, of course they have earned their credibility over a period of time. By establishing their processes, by establishing their team aligned to their expectations. So a company who is starting or in the mid stage of 5 years or 10 years cannot compare themselves with Wipro and huge Infosys and companies like these giants, right? So if you are a 5-year or 10-year or 15-year-old company, or even a startup for that matter, I strongly think that you need to put your tariff in place in public. The reason why I'm saying this is going to show your confidence about your solutions, what you're offering, and this is also going to generate more inquiries. I'll tell you why. Okay. Now, when I speak to many, back in those days, in 16 years of my experience when I was working, I have worked for a product engineering company, and I have worked for a semiconductor design companies. I have worked for publishing and accounting companies who actually works on financial reconciliation. I'm talking about the accounting companies, right? I'm talking about when it comes to IT, product engineering companies. Basically, product engineering companies are nothing but they cover everything, starting from hardware engineering to embedded engineering to IT solutions. All they claim is they can do a firmware development, they can also do layer 2 development, and they can also do a software development. That's exactly is their proposition. So while I was working there, I used to talk to people overseas, let it be US or let it be Europe, let it be Israel, or let it be any other country or geography. I always identified that not only during my tenure, even in Brands Revenue or Brands Semi period of time in the last 4 years, we have been speaking to many companies out of Europe and out of US. Most of the customers or most of the prospects thinks that the price point has to be upfront. I'll tell you why. Because they have a budget and they cannot exceed the budget, and they don't want to waste time understanding about the company and skill and later identifying that the budget is not something what they can afford or they don't have it approved. So what happens, the entire sales cycle gets extended because and wasted for that matter, where you present all of your information and finally you're proposing a solution for a price, and the price is not in the budget of the company, right? So that's why certain companies like Wipro and TCS qualify. They have a pre-sales team to qualify whether the customer can afford their services, right? I'm not sure whether all the companies are doing this, However, if you're not having a pre-sales team, or if you're really wanting to shorten your sales cycle, I strongly recommend you to put the tariff on your website. Because only reason why I'm insisting this is to shorten the sales cycle so that the customer knows what he is getting into, and then customer goes into a scrutiny process whether your team is capable technically, your team has got standards of security, your team has got right tool knowledge or project management tools in place, so that the coordination becomes easier and stuff and so on. There are many stages where we cross after doing a presentation and getting into a proposal stage. So this is my humble request. That's my only point. Go ahead and publish your tariff. Publish your tariff in your website. That's my recommendation. Of course, I'm willing to discuss one-to-one if you think it's not right on certain grounds. Because if you are thinking about the competitive landscape, that your competitors might understand your rates, so be it. Competitors, if they want to understand your price point, there are multiple ways to understand your price point, right? It starts from your financial reports available in Crunchbase or in any DMB tools, where out of your margins what you're making, any competitor can identify that this is the margin or the profit what you've declared, and that tells them that that's the margin that's the margin what you're making with every customer. So I don't see a valid point if hiding your price point in the website. If there is, I'm open for correction, I'm open for condemnation. Please go ahead and tell me that I'm wrong. Okay, I'm ready to accept, I'm ready to learn from you guys, and it's a two-way learning, right? So not only sharing, I'm open for learning as well. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great Monday. Have a rest of the week. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good week ahead. Thank you.